Hi everybody, my name is Reeves. I'm excited to be back with y'all today. We're gonna get into some neck and shoulder opening and some back opening and lengthening through the front of the heart. So as soon as you're ready, join me in a Vinyasa on your knees, on your mat. If you would like, you can sit in a Sukhasana in an easy seat. You can also grab some blocks and sit on those. I like to sit on two, just for a little bit of height underneath my hips. So, when you're ready, join me wherever you are. Start to ground down through your tailbone. You can close your eyes with me or find a soft gaze and just look down the nape of your nose. Allow your diaphragm to be nice and soft. Begin to invite the flow of prana to move freely up and down the spine. Easy inhales and easy exhales to begin. And we just allow things to start to settle. You may notice what you are bringing onto your mat with you. Simply just noticing, resisting that very human urge to take it to the next step of judgment. So we are just here. We're just watching our thoughts, sitting in the seat of the silent observer. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Just allow gravity to pull down gently on the sides of your arms. Find a subtle ascension through the crown of your head. So think of head away from tailbone. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, release. Deep breath in. Breathe out. One more like that. Deep breath in, belly, rib cage. You might bring that prana into your chest and your shoulders. And breathe out. You may choose to open your eyes. Maybe you already have. Totally fine. From here, from your long spine, begin to bring your right ear over your right shoulder. And at this point, we are simply just allowing gravity to do the work. Take a breath in as your left ear starts to move away from the side of your left shoulder point. Breathe out. Invitation to bring your right hand, place it on the left side of your head, and just rest it there. So there's no need to apply any force to pull your head down. And then extend your left arm out to the side, flex your palm towards your face, keep a soft bend in your elbow. And then start to draw your hand down towards the mat, just a couple inches. Notice if that does anything to that line of tension across the side of your neck. You may move it back up. Release that tension. And move it back down for a little bit more of an intense stretch, being really mindful of the dial of intensity that we are mindfully manipulating here. You might Start to draw some circles with your hand. Just notice where sensation is. So we are kind of just exploring. And I am kind of just drawing a U shape with my left hand. On the wall to my left, it's actually a window. So just notice what feels good. How can you allow the breath to become a part of what you are doing? You might move your hand a little bit closer to the ground and then back up into the air. Maybe you extend your arm just a little bit more. Maybe that brings a stretch into your arm. And then bend it back. Slowly release your right hand off of your head. Both hands come back to your thighs. From here, start to tilt your chin towards your chest. Roll your neck forward really, really, really slowly and gently. And then eventually your left ear will land on top of your left shoulder. And just a reminder to be really mindful of your body and what might be going on in your shoulders and the top of your back and around the sides of your neck today, so that we don't go too far in any place. Holding here, allowing gravity to do the work. Allowing space to get bigger the longer we choose to stay. We can start to explore that space. Bring your left hand on the side of the right side of your head, and just allow it to be there. No need to pull. Same thing. Extend your right arm out to the side. Flex your hand towards your face. Keep a soft bend in your elbow, and then start your exploration. So hand comes down towards the mat, and then back up towards the ceiling. You might start to draw that U shape. Exploring that line of tension across the right side of your neck. Intentionally moving very slowly. So we're not forcing the opening to occur, rather just becoming curious about how long it takes, how many breaths. And always returning for the next breath. Notice when you feel a sense of completeness. Wherever you are, slowly start to bring your hands back towards your thighs. Keep your head in this position. Start to tuck your chin. Roll your neck forward very, very slowly. Right ear eventually comes on top of your right shoulder, and then we'll do that same thing. One more half circle with your head. Chin tucks to chest. Left ear comes over left shoulder. And one more time, back over to the right. And then really, really slowly and gently start to bring your head on top of your shoulders. Pick up your hands, circle through your wrists, wiggle your fingers. Good place to take a couple deep breaths. From here, remove the blocks if you have them underneath you. We'll land in a tabletop on your mat. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips, tops of your feet on the ground. Take a breath in, find a cow pose. Drop your navel, lift your chin, lift your tailbone, stretch your sternum forward. And then as you exhale, opposite action, rainbow your spine up towards the ceiling. Tuck your chin to your chest, look back at your thighs. Inhale for cow. Exhale, cat pose. And just move freely on your own. So you may jump rope your spine. Just for some circular movement. Notice what's going on in your back. maybe in your hips. You can flip your hands back, fingers point towards your knees, and gently rock forward and backward over the wrist creases. And you don't have to do the same movements that I am cueing for. This is simply explorative. So use your intuition to discover what you need and then take what you need. You may bring the hips forward and then send them back. Again, just finding any kind of movement that feels good. Just warming up the spine. Making it our own. Tabletop. From here, bring both of your hands up towards the top left corner of your mat and stack your right hand on top of your left. Tuck your toes under. Start to send your hips back. So we're lengthening through the right side of the body. You might feel this along the side of your right armpit. Inhale, come back up. Hands go over to the top right corner of your mat. Keep your toes tucked. Send your hips back. Same thing, other side, opening up across the side of that left armpit. Inhale, come back up. Tabletop. Find a child's pose. You may spread your knees a little bit wider. Allow your chest to fall towards either your thighs or the ground, depending on where your legs are. Bring your forehead to the mat. Just grounding through the front of the body, through the third eye. Connecting to intuition. Connecting to the breath. Allowing ourselves to show up in our fullest form. Emotions, moods, thoughts, feelings. Everything that happens inside of us that makes our experience a human one. Tent up onto your fingertips like you have tennis balls underneath the palms of your hands. Notice where you feel that underneath your arms, perhaps through the chest. Bring your forearms back down this time. Bend your elbows. Bring your palms together. Bring your thumbs to the nape of your neck for a little bit of a stretch through the triceps. Take one more breath. Bring your hands back down to the mat and then lift back up into a tabletop. Extend your right leg behind you. Take a breath in. Extend your left arm long in front of you. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, bend your right knee, and then reach back with your left hand as if you were going to reach for that right foot, but don't actually make contact. Put some pressure underneath that right hand. Shine your sternum forward. Gaze is forward. Breathe in. Exhale, re-extend everything long. Inhale, bend your right knee, reach back with your left arm. Feel length across the side of that left shoulder, maybe the front of the left shoulder girdle. Exhale, return long. Inhale. Exhale, get long. Last time, inhale, bend your knee, reach back. Exhale, get long. Stay for your breath in here. Exhale, tabletop. We'll catch the other side in a moment. From here, tuck your toes. Lift your hips into the air. Downward facing dog, start to pedal out. Think about pressing through your hands. So all the way through your hands, all the way through the tips of your fingers. You may bend your knees. You may roll to the edges of your feet to send your hips from side to side. Again, just coming back to that explorative movement, staying curious. In your downward facing dog, can you think about space between your shoulder blades? So there is a tiny cat spine. Think about tilting your tailbone up towards the ceiling, creating length in between each vertebra. One more breath in. Exhale, let's come back to a tabletop and take it on the other side. Send your left leg long behind you, inhale, and then extend your right arm long in front of you. Stay for your breath out. Inhale, bend your left knee, reach back as if you were gonna grab that left foot. Chin starts to tilt towards the front of your space. Sternum lifts. Exhale, return long. Inhale, reach behind you. Bend that left knee. Exhale, get long. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale, everything long in front of you and behind you. Take a breath in. Tabletop, breathe out. Inhale, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Allow your head to fall so your gaze is back towards your toes. Good opportunity to recognize feelings and emotion at this point. Where are your thoughts, and is it possible to bring them back to what we are doing right here within the four corners of our mat? Inhale, look forward. Exhale, really slowly start to walk towards the top of your mat. Come into a forward fold. Start to drape your chest over your thighs. You may deepen the bend in your knees and deepen that body to body connection. Chest to thighs. You may allow your hands to fall to the ground. Invitation for a bind. Reach for opposite elbows. Maybe you start to sway side to side. Forward and backward. Staying for what comes up, what arises. Release your hands to the ground. Find a halfway lift as you breathe in. Bring your hands to your shins. Draw your shoulder blades together. Tuck your chin slightly so your neck is long. Exhale, return back into the fold. Half lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. From here, we'll rise all the way up. Inhale takes you there. Urdhva Hastasana. Arms lift at the top. Exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Release your arms beside you. Palms face forward. Ground into your feet. Think about a long tailbone. And even though the body is slightly relaxed, can you still find a little bit of engagement through your core? Just exploring the pace of our breath. Notice what's around you, any sounds, perhaps the temperature of the space, the level of the lighting. Maybe your eyes are closed. From here, Start to round your shoulders forward. Turn your palms out. So we are internally rotating our shoulders. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Inhale, take the opposite action like you are opening a door. Externally rotate your shoulders. Draw your shoulder blades together. Lift up through your sternum, creating a tiny back bend. Exhale, opposite action. Shoulders round forward, backs of your hands come towards your thighs, palms face out. Inhale to open, roll your shoulders back. Palms also face out, but this time shoulders externally rotated. Exhale, round in. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round in, gaze goes in. Inhale, everything opens. One more time. Exhale, roll forward to round. Inhale, roll out to open. Come to a Tadasana, next breath out. Urdhva Hastasana, deep breath in, arms go up. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. One more time, let's rise up. Urdhva Hastasana, invitation to take it slow. Arms lift. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your palms. Step your feet to the back of the mat, high plank pose. Hold here for a breath in. Drop your knees to the ground, child's pose. Take a breath. Come back through tabletop. Tuck your toes on an inhale, downward facing dog as you exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, slowly walk to the top of your mat, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Urdhva Hastasana, roll to rise. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Exhale gets you there. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, find a low lunge. Bring your hands to the ground. Step your left foot to the back of your mat. Inhale, high lunge. Push through that right foot. Lift your chest, lift your arms. Come onto the very ball of that back foot. Both hips shine forward. Stay for a breath. Stay for what shows up. Next exhale, open twist to the right. Keep your hips exactly where they are. Right arm behind you, left arm in front of you. And as you arrive here, you may adjust your feet, find what's comfortable. Maybe you bend that left knee to track your shoulders back in space if it feels like you are reaching forward and your shoulders are moving beyond your hips. Take a breath in, come back into a high lunge. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Urdhva Hastasana, roll to rise, arms lift. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, inhale. Low lunge, right foot steps to the back of your mat. High lunge, push into that left foot. Use that left glute to lift you up. Arms in the air, palms face each other. And then just soften into the shape. So we hold here, and with that softness, we do meet it with a little bit of effort. So there is ease and there is effort. We have a strong foundation and lightness through the chest and through the lungs. Prana flows freely. Take one more breath in. Exhale, open twist to the left. Think about expanding across your shoulders. reaching apart with both of your fingertips as you keep your hips square to the front of your space. Inhale back through center, high lunge. Forward fold, breathe out. Right foot steps up. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Urdhva Hastasana, roll to rise. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your palms, step your feet to the back of the mat. We're skipping chaturangas, high plank pose. Take a breath in. Knees to the ground, child's pose. Another moment to reset. Inhale, come through tabletop. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg into the air behind you. Squeeze your right glute. Soft bend in your left knee. Keep pushing the ground away. Exhale, draw your right knee forward. Step your foot through. Low lunge, same thing. We're gonna add some things. High lunge, breathe in, same entrance. Exhale, open twist to the right. As you inhale, start to move your left hand behind you in space, warrior two. Shift your feet around as you need to find heel to arch alignment. Right heel in line with the arch of your left foot. And then allow the shape to be strong and expansive. Think about navel to spine as your right knee tracks somewhere over your right ankle. Flip your right palm, reverse warrior, take a breath in. Reach away from that right hip. Keep the bend in your right knee. Exhale, low lunge. Pinwheel your arms down. Spin your left heel up. Adjust your feet how you need to. Drop your left knee. Anjaneyasana. Untuck your left toes. Chest lifts, arms lift. Take a deep breath in. And breathe out. Inhale. Half split exhale. Hands to the ground, maybe to blocks as you flex your right foot towards your face. Right hip pulls back. Take a breath in. Exhale, draw your heart towards your right leg any amount. You may bend that right knee. Find a halfway lift, keep your legs. Inhale. Exhale, fold, surrender, soften. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Let's return to Anjaneyasana. Bend your right knee, arms come back up. Power lunge as you exhale. Tuck your left toes. Press off of the ball of that back foot. Reach back with your arms. Hover your heart over your right thigh. Think about drawing your shoulder blades together so there is slight expansion across your chest. Press your left knee back on a deep breath in. One-legged Tadasana. Pull your left knee in line with your left hip. Flex your left toes towards the ceiling. Arms lift. Drop your left hip in line with your right to create length in the left side of your body. Breathe in. Forward fold, drop everything. Breathe out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Urdhva Hastasana, roll to rise. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your palms. We'll transition a little differently. Step your right foot to the back of your mat. From here, pull that left knee or left foot into the air behind you, three-legged dog. And then we'll begin on the left side. Square that left hip to the ground. Next breath out, pull your left knee forward, low lunge. High lunge, breathe in. Exhale, open twist to the left. As you inhale, start to reach your left arm forward, right arm back, warrior two. Expand and strengthen into the shape. Create a nice firm base. Push down through that left foot. Push down through your right foot. Notice the strength of that left inner thigh. Maybe you flip your palms up for a little bit more openness in your shoulders. And that will put you in the perfect position for a reverse warrior. Breathe in, lift. Keep the bend in that left knee. Exhale, pinwheel down, low lunge, right heel spins up. Bring your feet onto railroad track, so you may have to adjust the width of where they are. I feel like mine always land in a really weird spot. Anjaneyasana, breathe in. Push down through that left foot. Half split. Exhale, hands to the ground or to blocks. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Pay attention to what is happening in the back of this left leg. So if your body is saying, you have reached your limit, I can't stretch that leg anymore, bend this left knee. Keep your left toes flexed towards your face. As you breathe out, start to bring your heart a little bit closer to that left thigh. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, fold back down. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, surrender and soften. Anjaneyasana, next breath in. Plant that left foot, bend your knee, bring your arms into the air. Power lunge, breathe out. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Stretch your fingertips back, hover your heart over your left thigh. Think about a diagonal line from the crown of your head to the back of your right heel. And here we are. Next breath in, one-legged Tadasana. Right knee in line with your right hip. Arms come up. Strong through the base of that left foot. Allow your breathing to support the process of balancing. One more breath in. Forward fold, take a breath out. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Exhale, plant your palms. Step your feet back, high plank pose. Take a breath in. Downward facing dog. We'll do the same thing. This time we'll add on just a little bit. Right leg, three-legged, breathe in. Low lunge, breathe out. High lunge, breathe in. Exhale, open twist to the right. Inhale, start to move towards warrior two. Exhale, land in the shape. Reverse warrior, breathe in. Low lunge, breathe out. Anjaneyasana, breathe in. Half split, breathe out. Maybe your hands don't even touch the ground. Anjaneyasana, breathe in. Power lunge, breathe out. One-legged Tadasana, breathe in, hold. This is where we're going to change. Next exhale, keep your arms in the air. Start to bring your left heel towards your left glute. Externally rotate that left shoulder as you drop your left hand. Reach for the inside of your left foot. Stay here. Dancers. Both hips shine forward. Right arm reaches long in space. This is a great place to be. Or start to kick into that left hand as you reach your right arm forward. Maybe you bring your right hand to your heart for some body-to-body connection. Spine to fall out. Come back in. Think about kicking and reaching through your heart. Sternum lifts forward. One more breath in. Slowly unwind as you exhale. Urdhva Hastasana. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your palms, step your feet to the back of the mat. High plank pose. Inhale. Downward facing dog, breathe out. So now we know where we're going. Next time we pass through, we'll take what we learned this time and apply it to the left side, left leg, three-legged. Breathe in. Low lunge, breathe out. High lunge, breathe in. Exhale, open twist. Inhale, head to warrior two. Exhale, land in your shape. Reverse warrior, take a breath in. Low lunge, breathe out. Anjaneyasana, breathe in. Half split exhale, maybe you don't touch the ground. Anjaney, breathe in. Power lunge, breathe out. One-legged Tadasana, take a breath in. Right knee comes in line with your right hip. Here we are again. Dancers, start to bring your right heel towards your right glute. Drop your right hand. Externally rotate that arm so your palm is facing outward. Reach for the inside of your right foot. Choose to stay or choose to take it somewhere different. So kick through that right hand. Try to keep your right hip wrapping forward as you reach through your sternum. Maybe your left hand stays in the air, maybe left hand to heart. Take a deep breath in. And breathe out. Inhale. Exhale, slowly unwind. Urdhva Hastasana. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back, high plank pose. Take a breath in. Child's pose. Take a breath. Notice effort. Notice the effects of effort. Notice where you've been. Notice where you are. Notice the pace of your heartbeat. And can you soften and release into the breath? Inhale, find tabletop. Stay for your exhale. Next inhale, peel your right arm open, press down through that left hand. So we're not dumping weight into that left shoulder. We are lifting up and out. As you exhale, thread the needle, find twisted puppy. Bring your shoulder, right shoulder and right cheek to the ground. You can extend your left arm long overhead. And then here, can you think about your hips as an anchor point? So it might feel really natural to shift your hips over to the left towards this right hand. Shift them back over to the right so they are directly over your knees. See if that allows for any more of a deeper twist through the spine. You can kickstand your left leg behind you. Maybe you bring it out to the side, just for some length across the back of that left leg. And then eventually, left knee comes back to the ground. Bring your left hand to the ground next to your face, press into it, counter twist. Bring your right arm back into the air. Exhale, left hand or right hand comes back down. Same thing, other side. Inhale, peel open. Lift your left arm into the air, open to the left. Exhale, twisted puppy. Left shoulder, left cheek to the ground. Extend your right arm long overhead. And then again, anchor point in the hips. So notice if they are moving over to the right, can you bring them back over your hips? What does that do to the spine? Does it do anything? So a lot of this movement, sometimes we don't notice differences when we change the organization of our body. And that is just simply something to notice. It doesn't mean that we are doing something wrong or that we are not doing the shape correctly. It's just something to take note of. So it's the experience in the body that is important. Invitation to extend that right leg back or kickstand out to the side. Stay for a breath. And then eventually bring that right knee back to the ground. Right hand back to the mat next to your face. Counter twist. Left arm goes back into the air. Exhale, tabletop. From here, come all the way down to your belly. No special transition. And this is going to be interesting with a microphone, so apologies. Bring your entire chest to the ground. And extend your right arm out to the right, out to the side. Left hand comes underneath the eye of your left shoulder. Rest the side of your face, so the right side of your face, on the ground. Left foot in the air, so bend your left knee. And then use your left hand to gently roll over to the right. Step your left foot outside of your right leg. So the intention here is to find length across the right shoulder girdle. And if that is too much, simply stack your legs. Keep your left hand on the ground for stability. And just stay to breathe. Does the breath change when there's empty space in front of your diaphragm? Are there sensations where perhaps you have not felt them ever before or in a really long time? Start to come over back onto your belly, and we'll take it over to the other side. So extend your left arm out to the side. Bring your right hand underneath the eye of your right shoulder. Then bend that right knee so that your right foot pops up. You can rest the side of your face, left side of your face on the ground. Push into that right hand. Step your right foot outside of your left leg. So we have openness in the hips, expansion across the left shoulder, and a twist in our spine. So what is the experience of the shape with all of those things combined? Take a deep belly breath in and surrender into your exhale. Come back onto your belly, and then from here, we're just gonna flip over. So there's no special transition. Just come to your back. Bring your shoulder blades to the ground. Once you're here, pull your knees in towards your chest. Find a happy baby. So really mindful about how wide you want to take your knees. You might find a little bit of movement. You may circle through your ankles. Just allowing energy and effort to settle once more. Invitation to extend a leg and extend the other leg. Maybe for a stretch along the insides of your thighs. Eventually return back to Apanasana, knees into chest. Extend your left leg, keep your right knee in. Place your left hand on your left hip and really gently draw your right knee in towards your right shoulder. As you exhale, supine twist. Draw your right knee across your body. Invitation to place your knee on a block. Right arm goes long to the side. See if you can make that left leg really heavy. Breathe into the back of your right shoulder blade. Take a breath out. Really slowly, with compassion, bring your knees back into center. And we'll take the same thing on the other side. Extend your right leg long towards that bottom edge of your mat, heel to the ground. Place your right hand on top of your right hip. And then gently draw left knee in towards your left shoulder. One more breath in. Exhale. Let's take it over to the right, supine twist. Draw your left knee across your body. Place it on a block, place it on the ground. You may extend your leg, you may keep the bend. Extend your left arm out to the side. You can bring your gaze to the left as well for a twist through the cervical spine. Sometimes it feels better just to keep your gaze up. So sometimes we land somewhere, we realize we need to shift around to find a sense of balance and a sense of stability. So we are never stuck. We can always change our mind about where we are. We can always move forward to Find a different feeling. Pausing for the moments in between. Honoring the stillness and silence. Slowly start to draw your knees back through center. And from here, place your feet on the ground. Just knock your knees together. So feet on the ground, about a palm's distance away from your glutes. We're just going to bring some space across the back of the sacrum. So allow your shoulder blades to ground down. Arms can be out to the sides with the backs of your hands on the ground, palms facing up, or maybe it feels good to bring hands to belly, or maybe a hand on your heart, a hand on your belly, maybe both hands up on your heart. Just for some body-to-body connection, and then maybe you explore a little bit more distance between your feet. So either inching them in on your mat, or maybe inching them a little bit wider than your mat. And then just bringing your awareness to the back of your pelvis. Without any movement, just breathing space into whatever is residing there. Feeling into internal expansion. So you may think of perhaps something like a balloon inside of your pelvis, kind of just resting in the space there. And as you breathe in, that balloon gets a little bit bigger, gently drawing space into the sacrum. And as you breathe out, that balloon gets smaller. Each breath in clears something new, something different. And each breath out continues the clearing. So we can use the breath as a tool to clear and cleanse. Just take one more breath here. And breathe out. Start to heel toe your feet in together. Draw your knees into your chest once more, and then lift your feet into the air. Find a waterfall. In your waterfall, start to circle through your ankles. Flex and point your feet. So finding length through the front of the shins and length across the backs of your calf muscles. Allowing energy to flow from whatever or any kind of energy that is collected in your feet to fall down through the lengths of your legs and to be passed up through the sacral and solar plexus and cleansed out and up through the heart. And then as soon as you're ready, bend your knees, bring your feet to the ground, and then extend your legs really long. Set your body up for final rest. So think about where you want your hands to be. Maybe off to the sides, maybe on your body somewhere. How far apart do you want your legs to be? Allow your feet to naturally splay outwards. And just allow prana to flow freely through all of the space we have cleared. Allow it to continue to cleanse this physical vessel. Allow your arms and your shoulder blades to be nice and heavy. Bring that heaviness in towards your thighs and your shins. Soften the space between your eyebrows. Loosen your jaw. Release your tongue from the back of your mouth. And if you haven't done so already, you can close your eyes if that would feel good in this moment. Maybe you find a soft gaze. Maybe you just choose something to look at. Just allowing your body and your breath and your practice to become a part of the universe around you. Knowing that we've made it to exactly where we are supposed to be in this point in time. So wherever you are, whatever is happening in your life is all unfolding with perfect timing. Invitation to stay here for as long as you would like. But if you're ready, we'll join each other. We'll face each other to close. So first, stretch really long. Point your toes away from your hips. Reach your arms above your head. Full body stretch, and then roll onto one side. Take a moment to honor your practice. Notice the effects of your practice. Breath of gratitude for making it here. Knowing that we have what we need to face challenges moving forward. Knowing that we can always return to the breath. We can always return to ourselves whenever we cultivate on this mat. Eventually start to press yourself into a seat. Invitation for Vajrasana, right where we started, or maybe a Sukhasana, an easy seat. As soon as you arrive here, place your hands on your thighs or your knees. Find a nice, long, tall spine. Soft shoulders, soften your gaze. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, breathe out. Bring your hands to heart center. Press your thumbs into your sternum. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Honor the teacher within. Bring your thumbs up to third eye center. Press them into the space that's here. Honor your intuition. And we'll bow forward, honoring
ourselves, our bodies, each other. And honor this sacred and ancient lineage of practice.
Really nice work, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again soon.